Heyyo, Goat Format players, it's Skill Brown Magician here, and I have something a little bit different than usual. It's actually a deck profile that is paying tribute to the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh, Kazuki Takahashi. He actually recently passed away 2 weeks ago, in case you didn't know. And, the news, it actually came when I was on vacation and came out of nowhere, and, I was shocked, and I wanted to pay tribute to him somehow. And I wanted to create a deck profile for him and may you rest in peace, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh. I figured we have the creator in GOAT format, so what a perfect card to pay tribute to the late Kazuki Takahashi. So here is my deck profile. I got to play a match with it. It was really fun. I try to make it as competitive as possible, and I'll go through the card choices and my rationale here, and then I do have a replay, and we can go through that. So the creator, if you didn't know, is a light level 8 Thunder monster with 2300 attack and 3000 defense. So he has a huge defense. He can basically block any monster in GOAT format, block BLS, right? Anything with 3000 attack or less. He has 2300 attack, which is pretty formidable. You can definitely go for game shots, especially because he's summoning out other monsters from the graveyard. What's his main effect basically is he can't be special summoned from the graveyard, but he has this busted effect where once per turn, you target a monster in your graveyard first, then you send one card from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon that target. So you have to target a monster in your graveyard first. So let's say you had Sangan in graveyard. I'm going to target Sangan. Then you pitch a monster from your hand or a spell or a trap from your hand, and then you special summon the Sangan. So because of this mechanic, you actually can't just pitch a card and then summon the card that you just pitched, right? That would obviously make it just way too broken. So you have to choose a target in your graveyard first, and then whatever card you pitch, that's the cost for special summoning that target. So you cannot special summon the card that you discard from your hand, even if it's a monster. Okay, he has a companion card, the Creator Incarnate, and he's a level 4 light warrior. And that makes it perfect because obviously now he is Rota searchable. So even though I'm only playing 2 copies of him with Rota, it's like I'm playing 4. His effect is you just tribute this card and you special summon a creator from your hand. So that is the key to getting the creator out quickly. I'm not really playing, Gravekeeper Spy or, monsters that can build up as fodder for the creator. If you have a Sangan and you have a Sinister Serpent, great. But I don't play, like Gravekeeper Spy or things like that. I'm trying to go into the creator later game by the creator incarnate. So you'll see in the replays how this all works out. I'm playing a ton of discard fodder because you want discard fodder for the creator's effect. Plus, it's always great to have, like Thunder Dragons and Sinister Serpent anyways, and replace some cards to combo off with them as well. We have the one Sangan to search for our Serpent and then some of our warrior targets. We have Mystic Swordsman level 2 to deal with our face downs. We obviously have Exiled Forge just to deal with any monster. DD Warrior Lady to deal with any monster. These ones are all searchable with Sangan. Then we have Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke. We can just clear their Gravekeeper Spies and whatnot if we do happen to flip them. And, once they're flipped, they can be a little difficult, but we have something that we can use to deal with them in defense. And people will special summon their Chaos Sorcerer in defense, so this deals with that as well. We have one Blade Knight. He can kind of contradict with Thunder Dragon because you'll have extra cards in hand, but we do run the one Blade Knight because it is searchable with reinforcement of the army. We have Tribe Infecting Virus. It's really great in this deck because we have so much discard fodder for it. And then we have a Dark Package. We have Triple Kaiku because it's really good to just stop them from banishing monsters from their graveyard, because often if they bring out a Chaos monster, they're going to banish your creator. Then we have Breaker. So we have like 5 dark targets, Sangan, and then, these 4 targets. So we only play the one BLS. So it's a clean monster count. We just have 20. Then we have 11 spells. We have, Snatch, we have the, you know, Trinity, we have MST, Heavy, Double Rota to search all of our level 4s, all of our warrior monsters, basically just search all of our normal summons. And it can combo off with, if we have the creator in hand and we see reinforcement of the army, guess what? You can go into creator incarnate and then we can get the creator um, moving. We have double knock. We have triple solemn judgment just to protect our creator from whatever shenanigans. Oftentimes they'll try to snatch creator and then they can really combo off. So we have triple solemn just to protect it. Then we're running 5 different battle traps. We have the Phoenix Wing Wind Blast to combo off with all of this discard fodder. And then we obviously have one Saku. Then we have the Trinity traps. And then we play Call of the Haunted and Prima because we're playing all warriors. So they just combo off perfectly with Premature and Call of the Haunted. And my whole premise behind this build is the creator. It's so tempting to combo him off with like Jinzo and Demok and all of these crazy tribute monsters and just crazy monsters, but oftentimes you'll see that the creator is just a brick in hand. You have all these tribute monsters, including the creator, and just nothing to pop it off. So I decided I just want to play all the best 4-star and under monsters because you want to just be able to normal summon stuff in this deck. And then you just want all the best 4-star effect monsters so that when you can special summon something with the creator, you're bringing back a useful effect. And, there's nothing better than a warrior toolbox. So I literally just took those 2 ideas and I'm like, let's squeeze a creator engine into a warrior deck. And, that's kind of what I came up with. So let's get into the replay. This is a match. And yeah, I'm going to kind of speed through. It does kind of play out. The first game, it's really close, and we'll kind of watch it unfold. But he opens really strong, Graceful Charity. He ditches the 2 Thunder Dragons, and then he sets 2. So pretty strong opening. I open up all right, not the worst. I go knock. I hit his Donzalug and I swing in for 1,000 with Sangan. I'm just poking for now. And he sets another during his turn, and I decide, hey, I have the Heavy Storm. Let's get both. So I'm able to take out Dust Tornado and Raigeki Break. And, I go Heavy Storm and I say, let's just start banishing off all of his targets in Graveyard. Because open field, and I poke for 2,800, and I'm starting to get rid of his Thunder Dragons. I'm just trying to get rid of all of his lights, so that way he won't be able to get out his chaos. He'll probably have dark monsters, but if you get rid of their Thunder Dragons, that's usually pretty strong in stopping their chaos plays. So because I have Solemn, I decide just let's go double set. And he goes Exiled Force to take care of my Kaiku, and he sets 2 knowing that I don't have Heavy Storm anymore. Here's where I realized I should have went more aggressive and summoned the Blade Knight, because even if he did pop off the Torrential, I'm still getting a card back with Sangan. So I could have been a little more aggressive here, and you'll see why later. So I just poke with the Sangan. He Dust Tornadoes the Sakuretsu, which is kind of a bummer. I probably could have just set one or the other. And then here he goes into DD Warrior Lady, and he's able to banish off my Sangan, so I don't get the effect. And I take the 500 damage. And then here I get Thunder Dragon, and like I mentioned in the deck list, it can kind of contradict with Blade Knight. But I'm just going to go Breaker here anyways because he has 1 back row, and I just want to put pressure. I take out Call of the Haunted, and I swing for 16. And he MSTs the Solemn Judgment. That was a pretty pivotal card that he drew. And then he's able to go Prima, and he goes into Thunder Dragon, and I knew he had, if he's going here, I was like, he must have meta. And then, yep, he did meta. He goes into Fiend Skull Dragon, and he's able to just swing over my breaker. And this kind of sucks because I draw into the creator, and this was not a good time. I have all these cards in hand, and I just decide, you know what? I'm going to crash into Fiend Skull Dragon. I'm just going to pitch the 2 Thunder Dragons. I don't really need them in hand anyways. Let's just crash so that he has nothing. He sets 1 back row. I draw into the Snatch, which isn't useful here. He goes Rhoda, and because he only has 1 card in hand, he goes into Blade Knight, swings for 2k. That's fine because next turn I draw into Kaiku, but I decide let's go Snatch. I swing, and he blocks me with Scapegoat, so I really have an issue here. I didn't bring out the Kaiku. Yeah, he hasn't played his Torrential or Mirror Force yet, so yeah, I didn't bring out the Kaiku. I was trying to play around those cards, and I summon it out now, and fortunately, he has a meta. He goes into Thousand Eyes Restrict, and here, I'm fortunate, I get Tribe. Here, it's a bummer because those Thunder Dragons would have came in handy, but I just discard Creator anyways because he's a brick, and we go swing, swing. We're able to clear the tokens, and then he gains 1,000 again with Snatch. This is really becoming an issue, and then he gets the Heavy Storm, which is such a problem because now Blade Knight is just taking care of all my normal summons. And I get the exile, then I just decide to take out Blade Knight. I'm just trying to draw into monsters. I draw into the Creator Incarnate. I poke, and that Snatch Steal really messed me up. And then he goes set, and it's Magician of Faith. So this is a huge problem, and this is pretty much where the game definitely slips away from me here. And even though I had such a life point buffer, I just wasn't able to come back from it. Yeah, so it's pretty close. I'm able to get my Grandmaster Sasuke. That's the only thing I have in deck currently to even swing over a tribe. And we go into battle phase, and he pops the mirror. And this is just really problematic from here on out for me. And that's pretty much game 1 because he has Magician of Faith again, and he MSTs the Mirror Force. So we go into game 2. And here it's just pretty busted because I open with full Trinity. I get into Thunder Dragon to just make it even more ridiculous. I go Delinquent Duo, and then I go Graceful Charity, and this is what you like to see with this deck. You have the Creator and you have the Creator Incarnate because we're able to draw into Rhoda. So it just makes our chances greater for us to get the pieces that we need for the Creator. I just normal summon the Kaiku, and I'm backing it up with the Solemn. He just has a Thunder Dragon engrave. And yeah, I opened up pretty busted. I have the Heavy Storm too, but I just knocked the Sangan, and I just decided to poke in for the 18. I'm playing it pretty safe here. I probably could have been a little more reckless because I had the Solemn set. I probably could have went Creator Incarnate, but I didn't have game yet. Even with whatever I had in, with the Thunder Dragon, I wouldn't have had game. So he Dust Tornadoes, the Solemn Judgment, and that's okay because now it frees me up to Heavy Storm. And here he goes again with Blade Knight to swing over the Kaiku. That's okay because I draw another Kaiku, and here I just decide, you know what? We're going in. I Heavy Storm. We go Creator Incarnate is my normal summon to special summon the Creator. Guess what? I pitch a Kaiku. I already have a Kaiku in the graveyard, so I bring out another one, and I'm just going in. So opening up with Trinity makes it real nice, and I'm able to swing over the Blade Knight with the Creator and then poke with Kaiku, banish off all of his monsters in graveyard, set a Call of the Haunted, and it's looking pretty rough. So we go game 3, and this time I'm going second, but I do start with Delinquent. He wrote us into DD Warrior Lady, and I get the Grandmaster Sasuke. We go Delinquent Duo. What are we going to hit? I was curious if we were going to hit DD Warrior Lady, but it's a Marauding Captain and Blade Knight, so kind of interesting. We go Sasuke into the Danzalug. I figured it wasn't DD Warrior Lady. Um, Even if it was, I could have sacrificed the Grandmaster Sasuke. He pitches for Thunder Dragon, and yep, he has it. So he's able to banish. He goes Chaos Sorcerer, and he normal summons the DD Warrior Lady now. I have a ring set, but I decided not to use the ring on DD Warrior Lady yet. I want to see how I'm going to draw and how I should play it. So I already have Exiled in hand, and then I get another reinforcement of the army. Well, I think this is actually my first one. And I get my own DD Warrior Lady, and I banish his Chaos Sorcerer, and I take a little chip damage, and I just have the ring set. And fortunately here, he MSTs it, so I'm able, why not? DD Warrior Lady's a hassle, so let's just ring it. So I'm able to chain to his MST. And fortunately, he has nothing. So I draw into my own Thunder Dragon, and I'm going to go. And here it's real nice because I have Kaiku. And I don't think, I only had Thunder Dragon and Grave, so I didn't want to pop the Prima yet. But I am able to take out 2 of his lights, and I think that, that just leaves him with an Earth and Grave. So that Kaiku was pretty nice there. He sets 1 and passes, and we're going to poke in with both of them, and no response. So it's pretty nice, and we have the Prima as follow-up. We draw into Torrential, and we decide, all right, let's go into battle phase again. Let's see if we can get a game. He pops Mirror. That's okay. We get Sinister with Sangan's effect, and we're going to go set. And he pops a Torrential I just set with Dust Tornado, and that's all right. It's not the worst news. He draws into Graceful, which is pretty nice here because he has the Thunder Dragons to pitch, and he just sets 2. And here he Dust Shoots me, and he gets rid of Exiled Force, which is pretty nice because I had Prima, so I could have had 2 pops with Exiled Force. But I just tribute over my Sinister Serpent, and I poke in with Thunder Dragon. He's down to 300. What is he going to get? He gets Pot of Greed. Still has 2 set. And here I get my Sinister back, and I play it very carefully here. I decide, you know what? We're just going to attack in. I know he has the Scapegoats, but fortunately, I drew into Tribe, and I have Sinister in hand. So with main phase 2, I get rid of all of his tokens, and then he chains Torrential. And that's fine by me because I know that I have Prima, and I have so many different follow-ups. And he goes set, and fortunately, now it's my turn. I get my Sinister back. I get Pot of Greed. Guess what? We're going to pay homage to Kazuki Takahashi. Hit him with the Creator. For the game finisher, we go Creator. Pitch the Sinister Serpent. We're going to bring out Sangan. Super safe card to bring out. He only has 300. We just got to clear his face down. And that's game. So shout outs to Kazuki Takahashi. You helped us win the game here. Shout outs to the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! When things are getting hectic in my personal life, I always come running back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I just love searching through the card pool, coming up with deck ideas, and just having a distraction from life. So, I really do appreciate Kazuki Takahashi for creating this game, which has been such an escape for me. And it's just been so much fun to play. And, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have even started this channel. So shout outs to him. May you rest in peace. And I hope you guys enjoyed the profile. All right. Peace, guys. Take care.